Hey everybody, today we are going to talk about a famous singer who was the most best singer of all time during the 80s, 90s, 2000s. We're talking about King of Pop named Micheal Jackson. Yes, Micheal Jackson. So, he was born in August 29th, 1958 in Gary, Indiana. And in the 1960s, when he was 6 years old, he performed for the first time in his life. And before all that happened, he lived with a very strict dad who was very mean to him. He treated him very badly, even with his brothers and sisters. And his mom, Catherine Jackson, she was nice to Micheal, but Joe Jackson, whoever he is, no. And in 1970, probably late 60s or early 70s, he posted a music called "Santa's Coming to Town." That's what Micheal did. So in the 70s, he was realizing that his skin was changing, and he went to a doctor's, and when the doctors told him he had vitiligo. It's very rare. It can turn people to like different skins, like that happened to Micheal. That's the reason why Micheal is white. So in the 1980s, he was known for Beat It, Smooth Criminal, and I'm Bad. And he's also known for his company called Bad. And he was very popular for that. But in 1984, on a Pepsi commercial, his head was like literally on fire. And he was brought to a hospital, and it burned his whole scalp and body. And after that stuff, a couple years later in 1988, his movie was released. It was called Moonwalker by Micheal Jackson with Joe Pesci inside there. And in 1999, he was brought down to a 50-foot body, and his body permanently damaged his spine. And after that, he was rushed to the hospital. And he was put to sleep by painkillers and drug stuff. During the 90s and stuff, in late 90s, I think, after the 90s was done, he was like, he kept staying up sometimes he would stay up for days and days without being put to sleep. The only way that could put him to sleep is painkillers and other drugs. So, in the late 90s, he was addicted to some kind of injection called propofol. He called it his milk. So, that was the only way that could put him to sleep. And in 2009, he was actually, wait, before we get to that, in the 90s and 2000 in the 1990s, he had two children that were born called Paris and Prince. And in 2002, he had a child named Blanket, aka Micheal Jackson 2. And in 2009, he signed something with a big AEG called This Is It for a final tour. And he wanted some doctor to help him, and AEG said sure, and hired Conrad Murray, who knew Micheal Jackson a lot longer than we've ever thought in our lives. So, every time Micheal Jackson goes to his home after being done with the performance, Conrad Murray would put an injection on him, a propofol, to make him put to sleep. So, his tour was meant to be like start on July 2009 and end March 2010. So, if y'all, if what happened when Michael died. So, it was just a normal night. It's nothing bad and stuff. So, Conrad Murray injected him with propofol, and before Michael Jackson could do it again, before he could sleep, and Conrad Murray checked on him a few times, and there weren't any heart meters for that, and he should have done that, and he's never thought of that. So, after he did that and left, for a few minutes later, Michael Jackson's heart recently stopped breathing. He had a respiratory arrest, not cardiac arrest. Conrad Murray thought it was cardiac arrest, so he announced that he put a little bit overdose on him to make him sleep, but he didn't realize it would kill him. But they didn't believe that story, and everyone was like in a total crazy rush when Michael died. So Michael Jackson's whole life was in pain, and with all drugs and painkillers and all of that stuff, vitiligo, of his skin changing and stuff. But today, he still remains as a very popular singer today. So, everyone still likes him and stuff. And that is it. That is the story of Michael Jackson, the king of pop, and the famous, and he is known. So, yeah. That's the story of Michael Jackson, the king of pop. So, my favorite song from Michael Jackson is my favorite song from him is Beat It, Smooth Criminal, Bad. I also like Man in the Mirror. So, oh yeah, there's one more thing about Michael Jackson's story. On the 9/11 attacks, he was saved by his mom from the meetings, which I forgot to announce that. So, anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that story, and make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell and and comment and also share. That would be great. And also that is the end of the video. So we hope you have a good day and stuff. So goodbye.